Is that a Magic the Gathering dice?
It's a Dungeons and Dragons dice.
Mickey Mouse. Oh!
So these are all the things we have to open up. Did you see what this one was?
I understand the strife. We have a 7-foot beanbag chair, which makes it very interesting to. Yes, Laura, it's a 7-foot beanbag chair. I have a problem. Don't judge me. I like big things. Well, I don't have a couch, and my couch is still another week out. So we got a beanbag because of my son, my nephew, everyone always over here. So we're gonna put the beanbag in the toy room over here, or the playroom as soon as the couch gets here next week. But until then, it's one of the main sitting areas. Heather likes it, so it's her chair now.
It's my baby chair.
So. As usual, we like to run Thursdays a little later because people take forever to get on and jump on. So, how's y'all's week? How's your day? Laura, what is 31?
Oh, it is purses and totes and thermals and gifts and all sorts of things. So like we have these really nice, just all sorts of really great gifting ideas, great for closing gifts and stuff like that. But to put it simply, it's kind of like Pampered Chef.
Okay.
So yeah, something I've been doing for 10 years and
I saw that.
Love it.
I was kind of sad that I didn't even know what it was, so I couldn't celebrate what it was with you. There was a 10-year excitement around the achievement of getting to 10 years on something, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, 10 years.
Most people don't do direct sales for 10 years.
Although she's been doing 31 for 10 years. She started when she was 21.
That's very kind, but no. Yeah. So it's a neat company that I've been a part of for a long time, and lots of special things and incentives and all sorts of stuff. Free trips, that kind of stuff.
I love it. Where's the coolest place you've been able to go because of your activities with that company?
Either it's a toss up between the Dominican, and we went to, the last trip we took was at the Atlantis in the Bahamas.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to have to give you some coaching on that, Laura.
Oh yeah?
I've known you for a year. It's the first time I've heard about it.
Well, I'm branded, and so it's hard for me to, I have a hard time with that. As far as like, they know me as a 31 girl, but every once in a while I have to throw in, oh yeah, she sells real estate too. So.
Well, that's the perfect time is when you're having parties like that to get invited to people's houses and start talking. Get the address, have a CMA, leave it on the counter when you leave. Just saying.
It is nice though, because having all those years of being in people's houses, and I'm like, oh, I know that model. Oh, I've been in this model before. And so I can compare a lot of the houses in Rancho to that, which is really kind of nice.
Right. And it gives you a ton of, intrinsic value with the comfort of sitting on somebody's couch you may not have known, talking to people you may not know about a product that they may have never heard of.
Right.
Welcome to real estate. We do this.
Right.
I'm happy to be in business with you. You're more than welcome to bring more of that 31 stuff up if it helps you.
Great closing gifts. Great to keep you organized. One tote to bring for your open houses. I got it all.
Good. So let's get a pamphlet put together and we'll put it in my office for you.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I support my agent's business for sure. So tonight I had some questions asking about referrals. I had some questions asking about the coming soon listings. So I want to jump into those questions you had first, and then whatever else I can do to walk you through what you need in real estate. So the first question was from Doreen. You were asking about real estate referrals. It's been a long day. A lot of R's today. Did you get your question answered, Ms. Doreen? Are you taking notes or looking at it?
Well, is the form so the form is in DocuSign under what?
Referral agreement.
I haven't looked yet.
It's under referral. So
It's just a referral. Okay.
DocuSign forms. It's I don't know if it's in the association or if it's TAR. Yeah, it's in Arizona Association of Realtors referral fee agreement.
Okay, all right, got it.
Yeah, pretty simple. Are you the
And
receiver or sender?
I got the W-9 from our group me site.
Yep. So I threw the W-9 in the group chat, so you guys had the.
Yep. And I send both of those to the broker that I'm referring to. I send both of those, or do I send the W?
You're cutting out a little bit there, Miss Doreen.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll talk through it. So when it comes to if you're sending a referral out,
That's
then
what I'm doing.
have them. Is it to a Keller Williams agent?
It is a Keller Williams agent in Cincinnati.
Okay. Send it through command first. And then once they agree to it in command, then actually send the brokerage form that we need for your pay. And you send it in command through the referrals tab, create new referral at the top right. It's actually relatively easy.
Okay. In command. Okay.
Yeah, so at the top right, you'll have to add them to your referral network and then do a command referral. That way your client's information gets ported over to them. And then what you do then is you fill out one of the referral agreements with the client's information after they've agreed upon it. That way you're not just sending the client's information without an agreement. Have them sign it, send it back, and then when everybody signs, you sign, they sign, their broker signs, it comes back, you have Lisa sign it. Let her in. She'll tear that door open.
Okay. Okay. So I go ahead and create a little opportunity for the client I'm referring.
You don't need to create an opportunity if you don't want to. There's no place in command right now to
Or just a contact or whatever. Okay.
have the referrals in place.
Okay.
So, good question. I hope you guys get a lot more of those. Where'd this referral come from?
My sister-in-law.
Nice. Family. Awesome.
She lives in Denver. And she's selling her house in Dayton. I have a old employee of mine that's now a real estate for Keller Williams in Cincinnati. One of the agents in his brokerage covers Kettering, Ohio, which is outside of Dayton. So it's like this crazy.
That way. So as long as it gets taken care of, that's all that matters.
Right.
Perfect. Now, next question on the list was coming soon. Miss Laura, that's you. What questions did you have?
Okay, there's been all that confusion, so I just wanted to confirm what we are allowed to do. So we signed the listing agreement today. We want to go live on next Friday or sooner. I can put a sign up in the yard that says coming soon?
Yep, right now, as soon as you have a signed listing.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
You can market listings as coming. You can market listings to the public prior to them being active in the MLS, as long as they are marketed as coming soon.
Okay.
My recommendation to you, is it vacant?
No.
Okay. Are you guys going to be in a $200,000-ish price range?
Below that.
Are you preparing your seller for the showing blitz?
Yes.
Okay, so go live on Thursday. No showings until you have an open house on the weekend. You
Okay.
can make that happen. So this is what we do. There's a rule of 72, and this one's the 7-day or the 72-hour blitz. You get a listing live. You get everything in the system the week before. Like right now, you got it signed. So tomorrow, do you have photos yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, so hopefully we can get photos either tomorrow or Saturday, Sunday, Monday. get that listing input as coming soon. So it shows up as coming soon on the website.
Okay.
So it's listed as coming soon. You can get a Facebook post put out there for coming soon. You can order up some print media, postcards and stuff like that if you wanted to do those things as coming soon, or run them through command. I just ran a campaign. I don't know where it's at. My mom moved around. In command for 220 some bucks for I canvassed my neighborhood. I think it's in the top drawer. For myself, because I'm farming my neighborhood, and this is the quality. How big it is? 6 by 9.
Oh yeah.
Super
Uh-huh.
glossy. I mean, I don't know if your picture is going to be that handsome. However, and on the back, real simple. I just put market statistics, average days on market, and then buyers. A ton of buyers in the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
You can do something like that. I did this in Canva.
Okay.
And it's a 6 by 9 Canva thing. Just make sure you leave a blank in the back. You do need to have our logo, Fair Housing MLS Realtor.
Okay.
Our logo. And it got sent out 2 days later. It hit
Nice.
mailbox a week later. So you can do that. That way you can do that now, coming soon, if you have a really good picture of the front of the house, or you can even do a command listing for it. But that way you have the marketing up front. Because when we market a listing, it's not just to get the listing sold. What's it for?
Right.
We list to get other listings. We market to get other listings. So if you're going out there
Okay.
and you've got a coming soon on Monday or Tuesday, because I would say Monday would be ideal
Okay.
because you're going live on Thursday. Monday or Tuesday, coming soon. In the notes it says live Thursday, no showings before 9 a.m. on Saturday, and do an open house from 9 to 5, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or have no showings until Saturday, and let your sellers have a couple of days apiece.
Right. Okay.
Then you're focusing all the blitz. The good thing is you have an open house. Actually, run the open house at noon to 5 on Saturday. Open house Saturday and Sunday from noon to 5. No showings before then, and stack the showings. No showings after 6 p.m. on Sunday. We'll review offers on Monday. Or sir, if you want to give them until Monday or Tuesday, I've seen that. Because the psychology behind there is you get all your pre-marketing out of the way, the posts, the Facebook stuff, the print media, the sign in the yard for a couple of days, traffic driving by, calling you, hey, there's a house for sale on there.
When should I put it in the MLS? I mean, it can still be in the MLS as coming soon, right?
As soon as you can.
Right. Okay, but it won't be marketed to the public until so if we choose to put a sign up on Monday, but I have already ordered picture, or I've already ordered stuff to get there. Okay, so it'll hit their mailboxes before it actually goes, before you have the open house. Okay, I'm trying to follow you really quickly there. Okay.
It's a crash course in listing blitz.
Right.
It's because everyone sees the coming soon hit, and they're gonna be like, ooh, I want to go check that house out, and they're gonna call you. And you can market that the listing paperwork, because it's going to hit their mailbox right around when it hits the market. It's going to hit,
Right.
New listing, live in the area, blah, blah, blah. So you have your coming soon, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's just showing coming soon. People are sweating over it. They're drooling over it. They're calling you, wanting to show the house early. And you're just like, nope, no showings until Saturday at the open house at 12. And then Friday, it's live Thursday, Friday. You're calling and just stacking appointments. Like, hey, all our showings are happening on the weekend. We're doing an open house this weekend. Just communicate with your sellers on what's worked for their time. Noon, 9, whatever works for them.
Right.
Make it work. Give a window, because what will happen is you'll see 5, 6, 7, 8 vehicles parked out front. And the difference between a showing and an open house is the open house will allow multiple agents, multiple clients at the same time, so that it creates the buzz.
Okay.
Because if you get one agent in and they have to sit in their car and wait, and the clients are getting pissed off, and another client drives by, they're like, nope, too many cars, I'm not going to. But if you have an open house sign, they'll stop and they'll all go in. Have everybody sign in, agents and clients.
Mm-hmm.
because it looks like the sign-in sheet just fills up super fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, bam, now you've just taken a small restaurant mentality. It's super busy, it's super packed. Somebody wants it. It creates a massive sense of urgency within the buyers. Now they no longer want to go see the other 6 houses. They're like, we got to make an offer on this one. And you can either review offers on Monday, making a decision Tuesday, or review offers Sunday night, making a decision Monday.
Okay.
And the good thing about all of this, and this is recorded, is if it's a complete flop and you don't get any traffic or any offers on the weekend, you can go into the house and change it.
Okay.
But just make sure you get that agreement, for, like an email agreement from your sellers. Just tell them, hey, this is what I'd like to do if you're okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because otherwise, you take away the marketability of free market. You get one hot agent that just happens to be sitting on top of the heat sheet, sees that thing go live Thursday morning, calls you up at 9 a.m., says, it just went live, I'd like to show it. They're sitting out front of the house waiting for you to answer the phone. And then they show it, they got an offer written at 9:15. Your client's like, oh, we got an offer already. And they take it and they wash out any potential for the weekend.
Right.
Holding it for 3 or 4 days builds some momentum. Not a bad thing. Most people make a decision on the weekends anyways.
Right.
So like today, I had a listing go live this morning. It's a $159,000 price point. So super inexpensive, super cheap. I've got a 48-hour request for time because I've got a tenant in there. There's a reason I went live on Thursday and not Tuesday because that 48 hours expires when?
On Saturday.
Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 5 showings set up scheduled between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. on Saturday morning.
On Saturday morning. Okay.
So
Okay.
because there's a tenant in it, I can't run an open house. I can, if they don't want me to.
Mm-hmm.
If they were saying it was okay, I would. But this way, I'm having scheduled set showings so that I have one person in the house at a time. And we can track it through the lockbox.
Oh, okay. Versus an open house. Okay.
Versus an open house where you really can't track pattern.
Who's
It's a
coming in?
little bit different with the agreement when it comes to an owner versus a tenant.
Yeah.
Because landlord-tenant rights are a whole lot more tenant favoring, and then the ownership of the seller. Because if something happens and something gets broken and the seller's aware of it, it's easier with the seller than it is a tenant because the tenant goes against the seller goes against you. It just becomes a mess.
Right. Okay. All right. I will talk to him about that and see what we can get done. Yeah, I like that idea. It'd be, the house is, probably about like 90% ready to be shown. So I think that'll just help really solidify it, and I can get back in there and put a little extra in there.
Yeah, 'cause if you got a couple of pictures you can put up to go coming soon sooner, you need at least one picture for coming soon.
Right. I took one this morning. Well, I just grabbed a cell phone picture. I can stop by again with a camera.
And that way you just get some good shots.
Right.
Just front of the house, just that way they know the front of it.
Yeah.
Like this listing I took, it went live so fast. My sign's not even in the ground yet. I'll probably have it sold before the sign is down.
And that'll be nice.
That's
what we want.
It is what it is. It just gets it sold. My owner is super excited. She's in Utah and wants it gone.
Right.
She's like, did we price it too low? No, honey. I just market it right. Like as soon as I knew it was going for sale, boom. So.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Great question. Can we fill out an offer for buyer with all the information except property pertinent information and preparation for future offers? Well, yeah. If you want to have a buyer packet ready for your buyers, absolutely. Then all you have to do is fill in the property address, assessor's number, legal description, purchase price, earnest amount, anything that you need to figure out per property. And they can just sign them right there on the hood. Good question, Tess. I don't know who's running water. Was that what you were looking for, Ms. Tess?
Yes, I'm just, the buyer for the guy that I'm showing some properties, hopefully, in the next week when he comes back from San Diego. And I just wanted to find out if I could have documents ready to, yeah, pretty much fill out the rest of it. And then I'm gonna try to send you a practice copy of it.
Yeah, there is no try. Just do it.
Oh, hush. Sound like my son. Okay.
Well, then you know that I love you, and I'm talking to you from a loving manner.
Yes.
So the good thing is the people that are sending me these offers are learning stuff. Even if they've filled out 30 of them, they're still picking up stuff that they're learning on.
I learned tons this weekend, and yesterday Teresa and I and Teresita got together and had a learning session.
Good. That's what it's all about, is use your resources around you to learn so that you can better develop. I want you guys to get in there and DocuSign or Dotloop, whatever you're going to use. I prefer DocuSign because Dotloop's going to go away eventually. Get, as they say in the military, get used to the suck.
Yeah.
Get
So
used
did you find out anything yet from the DocuSign glitch that we had?
The email I got today, I thought I copied you. I apologize. I didn't copy you on it. I just copied Heather and that other guy, Dennis. And they had said that this should be resolved now. It was definitely an error on their end with the implementation between them and NAR. So try it again.
Okay.
So I have not tried it again with Dennis because he didn't respond to me, but that was the email I received at like 9 this morning. And then Heather said she had some agents doing it and they were successful.
Okay.
So that's good news. Good questions.
Well, I started using Transaction Desk and I was going through, in fact, that's what I was on. I was on a webinar that how to get started and setting up transaction and everything. And I was just wondering, I don't know, I guess I was wondering whether to continue in that vein or whether the DocuSign thing was good or no.
It's never a bad thing to understand multiple forms of getting where you need to go. There's nothing wrong with that. I know Transaction Desk, Dotloop, SkySlope, DocuSign, Zip Forms, all of them. Because at one point in my career, one of my brokers is all, this is what we're using, this is what we're doing. So you learn it. You'll start to see a fundamental similarity between the operation. You'll see things you like and things you don't like. I really enjoy DocuSign's layout when it comes to splitting and combining documents, editing documents, like you can change and alter. Case in point, I think it was Doreen that you asked me that how do you fill out the Binzer after it's been signed? So what you do is it's very convoluted. You go into DocuSign, you fill out a new form with the Binzer response just in page 3, the seller's information. You save it, you download it as a PDF, you upload that PDF back into the file structure, and you merge the two Binzers together. And then you edit the document and remove the pages you don't want. Now you have a typed in line for line versus just a big block of text.
I even did it one step a little bit different. So I split the two with pages 1 and 2, and then 4 and 5, because there was additional attachments that the buyer had. And then page 3, I split that out, which is my seller side, and then just merge the two and they just order.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it too. It just allows you to build custom documents a lot easier. That's what I like about it.
So the YouTube that I shared, that's how she explained it, was you can split it. You can pick the pages you want when you split it and then merge what's left.
Yeah, I like
So you
that.
don't even have to delete pages or anything.
Cool. I mean, that makes
So
it.
4 hours and a YouTube later, I got it.
That is resourceful right there. How is that deal coming along, Ms. Baker?
Well, it is still coming. They are still asking for $9,000. They're down to $9,000 for new air conditioning units. My seller is not going to do that because they are running. So she is signing her side of the Binzer today. I will send it tomorrow and we'll see how good their agent is in getting it to work. We did offer them a 210 warranty to see if that would make them feel a little bit better about the, the older HVAC units and water heater.
Okay. Good. Yeah, it's funny when you're talking in the negotiations back and forth, how different the conversation goes when it's in writing in front of them. So we'll see. I'm waiting on two things.
Oh, and interesting, the bank waived the appraisal. So we don't have to have an appraisal done in order to go forward.
Nice. So high enough.
Which is very good because we're a little overpriced.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Why would they do that? Why would the bank choose not to do the appraisal?
High enough equity in the deal. High enough or high enough equity. The bank does their own valuations before ever getting an appraisal. So I've heard of it happening before. It's not
It has to do with the buyers, right?
Yeah, it's not common.
The buyers have enough equity and so they're not a risk. Is that kind of the thinking?
Well, that comes into some of it. I couldn't tell you the factors. I'm not the bank that did it. It comes into credit worthiness, down payment, equity, earnest, everything. I believe that if it's close to value, they can make that call. But if you were like marketed at 450 and the market's 300, they're going to call something. They're not going to let something go over such a drastic.
Right.
And if you're $5,000 or $6,000,
Okay.
I imagine it's an easy swing at something because you're 0.5% off of where it needs to be. So, oddly enough, good stuff so far. How about the rest of you?
I'm working on a referral document agreement, so I have to get the information from the originating
Awesome.
agent. There's some questions on it I don't know, but I'll ask about it later.
Okay. Well, we can answer if you got those questions handy.
Let me see. You guys go ahead.
So we'll go to the next one. Melissa, how's things going on your closing, on your listing?
Still waiting on that results of the appraisal.
Gotcha.
It's over a week. Is that normal?
21 days.
21 days? Wow.
That's the average now is 14 to 21 days. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's where I am.
Yeah. You'll probably get it soon though. More than likely tomorrow or Wednesday.
Okay.
Fingers crossed. I'm sure you'll be fine. I've done the comps on that area a ton.
Yeah, my fingers and my toes are crossed.
Hopefully you're sitting down.
No, I'm not.
Pastor Kim,
Yes, man.
how are you, sir?
Yes.
I wish you guys could see the deal that Kim is working through right now. The seller is absolutely just ham, just wild. Changing changing the agreement at the last days, changing terms, changing commissions. It's been one of those things where you can do everything in your power as an agent to make the deal go smooth, and it's always the human factor involved. The other parties may just be completely monkey wrenching it. So where do you stand on that one, Mr. Kemp?
It's like, anytime when you fail, you learn.
Yes.
We try our best. So the seller, I think there was so much speculation in terms of money. So it was a 266,000 house for a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom. So the seller got the house last year, and he was really making some money, but he wanted to go out with some cash. But owning a house less than a year, you cannot just expect getting something, and in this, we had a sister of the seller, licensed real estate agent, who is in Colorado. She was very involved, and so we try our best, reducing commissions, and at the end, the seller tried to come after my buyer's earnest money, seller concession, 5,000, say, I'm not giving nothing. No way. We were even able to negotiate that one, just reduce a little bit, still not. And he say, if you don't, they will give me your earnest money, 3,000 earnest money. Okay, and I truly now understand what exactly the main motivation. But so good news, so Tyler decided today to give back to my buyer the earnest money.
Nice.
But my buyer, she was very angry and frustrated. She ended up hiring an attorney. So she's taking the seller to court.
Good. That's her prerogative there.
Yeah. But it was really very challenging. You see that, when the commission is there, and my buyer went even there to sign the closing documents, and we didn't find. They say, okay, anytime the seller comes, we're gonna find the deal, And when you start, counting those numbers, how much you're gonna get paid, and everything is gonna get right. And at the end, after all those days, so what is? I even paid home inspection for my buyer, and everything is gone. But it's okay. It's business. Sometimes
I'm sorry.
you lose. Sometimes you get some money.
Yeah, you saved the buyer's earnest money, and you did professional level things and helped her out. So that's going to be just one more shining star in your toolbox to help out with, and hopefully you can go find her another house and put her into contract.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's how you got to spin it. Just get back to work, get back on that horse and ride it. Whatever metaphor you want to use. So let's get back into production. Let's find them another house. Let's get onto it. We don't have time to sit and think about how shitty the situation is. It sucks. We just need to move on, right? And if I know something about you, Castor, you're a smart man. You'll figure it out.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. And so the other good experience with these guys, if you don't have a broker just backing you, especially in this hard time, man, you out of the deal, and it really sucks. But these also, I say, when you fail, you learn. These also just, push me to read more the contracts, and also stay in compliance, checking with the compliance. Just every time you make sure that you're out of the compliance.
Oh, stupid. So you guys use the critical dates list that we talked about the other day. Start doing that. This deal I will shine on was close to being a very troublesome ordeal for us. The sellers cured us on something that we didn't do right. The good thing is they cured us very specifically, which has allowed us to cure that to resolve that cure, and it bumped that timeline so that we were able to get past it, get into compliance, get documents signed, and then the seller started acting all weird, which gave us leverage. We went from this close to losing the earnest money to being able to flip it, having the, like Kim said, the broker's support, coming to me and saying, hey, I've got a problem, I need some help, is the best thing you can do as an agent. If you don't know what's going on or you find yourself in a hot situation, ask for help. You're never too big. So and then the next thing you can definitely do is know where you're at in your timelines, know your deadlines, know your days, know everything about the contract you're working, okay? Today is day 5 of my Binzer response. What do I need to do today? Right? I've got purchase contracts, I got listings, I got all kinds of things out there with dates on them that they all blend together. So what you need to do is have a critical dates list for each file and check it daily. Know what's happening. Be proactive about your files and put those dates in your calendar. Binzer due, Binzer response due, LSU due, loan docs to title due. How many days does a closing disclosure have to be there before a client can sign?
3
what days?
business days.
3 business days. They can sign on the 3rd business day. That means if you get the CD sent out on Monday, what's the soonest day you can sign?
Wednesday,
Thursday.
Thursday.
That's the 3rd day after sending. They can send it 11:59 p.m. as long as it's time stamped Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sign on Thursday. If you got a closing on Monday and you don't have closing docs sent out on Thursday, can you sign?
Nope.
Federally, you cannot. So we just need to be on top of that. You got Monday closings. On Wednesday, you need to start asking some questions. Hey, why isn't the CD sent out? Is the CD sent out? What's going on with the CD? If you want my professional opinion, close on Wednesdays. Because it gives you Friday to get CDs out. Or if it doesn't close on Wednesday, you still have Thursday and Friday. If you have a closing date on Friday and something goes wrong, what happens?
Weekend.
The whole dang weekend ruined. Everyone wants to close on a Friday. Ooh, I'm going to get my keys on Friday. I'm going to get a moving truck. I'm going to move in. Pool party on Sunday. Friday, 5 o'clock rolls around. You're like, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, I do apologize. However, we did not record today, so therefore we cannot move anything in until Monday. Now you have created yourself an issue. Because they're mad at you, they've spent all this money on moving. Jimmy John and Billy Bob came down from the hills to help them move, and what are you going to do? Who's going to pay for all this?
Oh my gosh.
So even if you are in a deal and you are negotiating and the other side sends you a purchase contract that says we'd like to close on Friday, call up the agent and say, are you sure you want to close on a Friday? Push it out a week if you need to. Save yourself that grace. You're going to get a lot more out of closing on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday than you ever will closing on a Friday. Too many times I've seen you guys get all twisted up because your clients have to rent a hotel for the weekend because the sale closed and the buy didn't. Who's going to pay for that? You guys. Just trying to help you save money. That's all. Just like Laura's closing gifts from 31. Bags, totes, and everything you need for open houses and closing gifts. And if she was partnered with Pampered Chef and that, what's that knife company?
Cutco.
Cutco. There you go. 31 Cutco and Pampered Chef. Right there is what I call a very expensive closing gift that every family needs.
For sure.
I need a bag to put my Cutco knife set in. So.
Gotcha.
Got you. Awesome. Well, anything else, guys? Let's go. This is your time to shine. This is your questionnaires, masterminds. Let me ask you, this is the mastermind I was on today with the region's top 20%. I was posed the question, what are we doing to keeping our communities closed? to keeping our agents engaged, to keeping our clients engaged? What are you doing?
Not enough.
That's a real answer right there, Laura. That's a real answer.
What was that?
Oh,
Said not enough.
I said not enough.
Repeat the question, Dan. I don't think I understood.
What are you doing to keep your community close? To keep your friends, your family, your sphere of influence, the people that influence your business, influence your life. What are you doing to keep them close?
I have two sisters that don't even talk to me.
Join that
so I
equity.
can't go much outside that realm and do much better than that.
What were you saying, Dory?
I joined the Racial Equity Southern Arizona Task Force
Very cool. That's awesome.
with Kathy Boston.
Yeah, thank you for joining that. That's good stuff. Servant leadership right there.
I'm excited.
I would say that our training luncheon yesterday was a good start to that because we started working how we can work together on lead gen and everything. So I don't know.
Working together is not a bad thing.
Yeah, it was really nice. We went through a lot of aspects of Command and DocuSign and even looking at our web pages and how to make them nicer, and just, it was a nice brainstorming time, and we had fun. So
I implore you all to create these groups, these mastermind groups, if you will, because all you're going to do is supercharge your own successes. I can be one voice in your ear, and my voice of reasoning will always reign and echo and ring in your head. But if you guys are constantly working with a small group, or what I call power groups, it's only going to fortify, because you guys, the girls can get together, go and have coffee and talk about business and boys and weather and 31 bags. That's the thing. It creates more of a community around it, so you can have life with real estate. And you're creating these small groups. Every one of you have a natural innate ability. We talked about this. Tess is super analytical. She can figure out just about anything. That engineering brain is scary to me. Teresa, you actually have a mind for marketing. You have a mind to go and lead gen and create campaigns and bring in attention. Why wouldn't you pair the two? Give Tess the information on the market. Let her figure out what stands out to her. You put a message behind it. Y'all split the leads.
Yep, we're working on it.
We got a new agent on the call. His name is Marcus. He's just going to be kind of watching in for a little bit. He came from a different company, been in the business for just about a year or so.
Hey, Marcus.
Yeah, speaks German. So there's another language that you guys have.
Hi, Marcus.
Oh, I speak German. Not a lot, but I do.
So,
Hey.
so that's just throwing some insight out
Ich
there.
weiß nicht.
What about a fish? You cut out there a little bit, Dory.
Yeah.
I said ich weiß nicht.
Oh, you don't know.
You don't?
know.
Okay.
And I believe it's pronounced closer. Ich weiß nicht.
Yes. So on this referral,
Yeah, probably.
Okay, Tess, on the referral.
okay, so down on the term, there's a start date and end date kind of thing. Is that a typical that is usually put in there?
There's no such thing as typical in real estate. I can't tell you what the agreement there is. I can tell you on mine, I put it for a year.
Okay.
Because sometimes it might take them a year to find something.
Okay, well, this guy is looking to close no later than the end of October, so I've got some hefty work to do.
Okay. So
But
give me the agreement until the end of October.
okay, and then there's the next paragraph of lines has to do with involving all successfully completed transactions involving the client during that term, or only the first successfully completed transaction.
Now, this is a trick for a lot of agents. It's your referral, right? You send somebody to another agent, they buy a house. That is what's established, right? Now, that same client calls that agent again, wants to buy an investment property. Do you have right to that deal?
No.
That's what that question's asking.
Okay, so if I put, I'm the receiving, somebody else is the originating, Isabella in Sierra Vista. So do I need to contact her and ask her what she's wanting to do, or am I doing
The sending broker should be sending that agreement.
it? Okay,
Because what I will do in those situations, and you and Bella can do it through command
she
before you.
doesn't want to do it in command. That's why she asked me to do it.
But that's the thing, is you need to line those things out, because it creates a lot of hostility and tension. Like, this isn't your client for a year. You sent him to me for this one deal. I talked to him. I stay in business with him. I sold him the next house. You got no claim to that. Or they do, because you guys have agreed upon beforehand that this and any subsequent deal after that fact for the time that the agreement's in place.
Okay,
So run the referral to the end of November, to the end of the year, what have you. Run it to the end of the year. Give me
Okay.
just a second. Communicate amongst yourselves.
all right. And then relocation company having to do with the client relocating, which I won't know. I have to wait.
Fill in what you can and then go over it with her.
Yeah, I did that already. That's where I got stuck. It was like, I don't know what these are. So, and then I have to find out. Sierra Vista is part of KLP, right? That's what I understood, was we were all the same market center.
Yeah, we're all under Keller Williams, Southern
I
Arizona.
believe that's true.
But JV has their own address. Isn't their market center even a different number?
Yeah, we're a different number than
Yeah.
KLP.
So Sierra Vista and KLP are together though. I think.
I
I
don't know.
believe that's true, Tess.
Huh?
I believe that Sierra Vista is out of 861.
Yes, but I gotta verify that because technically, and I gotta find out, like, I'm on their books. That's supposedly where my, I've been up here and doing all my training and stuff at KLP, but I'm technically out of Sierra Vista. So the originating and the receiving is the same. You know. Okay.
Kind of the opposite of that is I had to fill out a referral form. And like Dan said, the originating broker should be filling it out, but it's an agency I'm using for referrals and lead gen. And I have to send it to them, tell them to fill it out and send it back to me. And I fill it out down there that because I don't want to pay them referral if the client comes back a year or two later and wants me to sell them a house or sell their house.
Right.
So I say this transaction only.
Yes. 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 I'm gonna go in here. Mosquitoes are eating
Yeah,
me.
I feel like if the client reaches out to me, so if my sister-in-law reaches out to me again to do another real estate deal, then it would be a separate referral. But if she reaches out to the agent that I refer her to, then it's that agent's client, right? I mean, I think
It depends, Doreen, on how the referral form is filled out. There's
That's fine.
specific areas there toward the bottom that you designate that. If this referral is just a one-time thing, then you specify one-time thing, which is what I do with the agency that's giving me referrals, because I want to be able to retain that client. I'm only going to pay them a referral once.
Yeah.
That's it. But on the flip side,
Correct. I believe that's
Yeah.
probably the best way to do it.
yeah, but you also want to say, on the flip side of that, if you talk to the originating agent may say, here, this client's gonna be yours for eternity. Or they may say, here, just do this one transaction, but that's my client. So it would go back, and it's all about how that referral is filled in. So,
Lines 31 through 35.
yeah, so
Right.
I have to have a discussion on that.
Yeah.
I apologize, guys. I had to take a call. It was on a deal that we were waiting on something all day on. All I heard was having a discussion around that. I do apologize about taking that call, though. So if you want to recap, you want to have a discussion now, or you want to do it for tomorrow in the morning, next Monday?
Oh, I was just telling them that they need to talk to the originating broker agent and make an agreement on if that client is going to be theirs forever, that they're being referred to, or it's a one-time transaction. It has to be spelled out. That way you clear up anything, and it's right there on the form. That way it is designated.
Good point. It's like you're learning stuff.
If the originating brokerage and the receiving brokerage are the same, in this case, Sierra Vista, part of KLP, dude. Okay.
But
What are you saying, dude, to Tess?
the agents are different.
Right. The agents are different, but the brokerages are the same. The originating and the receiving.
They're still gonna, like, Lisa's still gonna have to sign twice.
Yeah, twice. That's what I just wanted to verify that I'm understanding that correctly.
Well, yeah. I mean, I did a deal with Robin and a deal with Renee, and I had to be the referral agent. They had to pay me a referral, and Lisa had to sign both of them. So all we did is I signed it, she signed it, and then we sent it to Lisa to her to sign both lines.
Okay.
Traditionally, it's the sending broker that sends the referral agreement, because they're the ones saying, hey, I'm going to send you a client. These are my terms.
Yeah. Well, she just called me. That was when I first met the guy. She wanted me to show the house for him. And then she just called me right back and said, hey, I'm just going to hand this off to you for the typical 25%. Are you good with that? And I said, yeah. And she said, okay, he's yours. And then she said, and I don't like commands, so if you can send me the doc, referral doc, I'll take care of it. And I was like, okay. And I didn't even know where to go to get the document at that time, but
I think you did good. I have a question, Dan, on when I give a referral out in command, do I need to follow that up with a referral document as well?
Yes, I do the command referral to do the in the system command thing, because what that does for you, it gives you the referral agreement in there in writing setup. Plus, it also sets up in command that you've had multiple referrals coming to you. You know those patterns we look at in the map pattern.
yes.
I like to, because that helps track that too. They come through command, and that's just the agreement between the agents. And then
So
when
how do you do that in command?
it's easy.
Real easy, yeah.
So
I mean, I've got like 2 or 3 agents from different areas as a referral network, but I've never done a referral.
all right, watch this. Share screen. Command, right? You guys are all going to start here. This is home. Hopefully yours looks something like mine. Right here. Referrals. I have a pending invite. I'm going to accept it. I'm going back to my dashboard. See my referral network? I got 47 agents that I've been working with, and you can see I've sent one referral to Aaron, Alan Perry, Angie McMahon. These are the ones I've sent out. And all you have to do is when they're in your network, like so let's say I'm sending a referral to Aaron, you can just click send referral. Buyer, seller, tenant, landlord, what their referral agreement is, whatever you agree upon, how long they have to respond, the price point they're shopping for, a little message about the client. And then this, when you put this information here, oh, it's not gonna let me pull myself. There it is. You can click pre-approved, pre-qualified, what have you. Brings over my address. You can put whatever. You can share my client's desired location and the timeline, when they're looking to start. And then send. Click send.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions around that. What if you're not exactly sure what price point they're looking at?
Unknown.
And number two, they're definitely going to buy, but it may be some time from now because they're doing some financial curing. They make way more money than they should, but they've done a really poor job of managing it. So they're in the process of healing that, and it may take them a year. Does that like, and maybe they'll do a rental before that? Do you get the referral for both the rental or just the purchase, or does it matter how long it takes, or what?
That's all the agreement you send over after the fact. The command referral agreements don't have a timeline.
Okay.
The one you send over from the brokerage, it's the pay side of it, does. That's why I like to get them paired up in there. Like the one I got to Aaron, I sent to him almost a year ago. They're still working the guy.
Okay.
I
And-
sent another one to a guy named Bubba up in Phoenix. He's still working the guy.
Okay, so you send the referral, which is a, hey, heads up, sending this guy your way, but you still have to send this referral agreement as a document to them as well?
Yeah.
And
You say Baba or Booba?
Bubba.
do you do that in command?
No, that, I mean, you can do it in command. It's in DocuSign, that form.
But you can just email it to them as an attachment?
Email it to them as attachment.
Okay.
It doesn't need to have an opportunity set up to it. It doesn't need to go to the broker for compliance. It goes to the broker to get signed.
Yeah.
It goes to the payroll department so that when you get a check coming in that says Mr. and Mrs. Jones from Texas, or Texarkana, they go, oh, Tess has a referral from this area. Because we probably get 5 checks a week. We don't know where they go.
Well, okay, so line number 36 and 37 has to do with required documents that must accompany the referral agreement. And it says that the originating brokerage shall furnish to receiving brokerage a completed form W-9, which I just got. You guys just sent those out for both KLP and JV. And a copy of the originating brokerage's real estate license. So is that just the copy that I got at ADRE back when?
Well, this is talking about I'm sorry, Dan, this is talking about the brokerage. And since it's the same brokerage,
Is it the brokerage license or my license?
It's the brokerage license. Read that. Yeah, it's the brokerage has to submit their licensure and W-9, and that's usually dealing with a different brokerage and a different originating brokerage and the receiving brokerage. So they're just
Yeah, but it doesn't qualify that. It just says required documents. So if I'm going to be emailing the referral document to, say, Aaron Wilson or whoever, and I have the copy of the Form 9 now, or the W-9, I don't have a copy of the broker's license.
You can get it from the ADRE.
Mhm.
It's a public document. We can get it to you also. And what that's for, Tess, is because you're only allowed as a real estate agent to collect payment from your broker.
Yeah.
So they need to ensure that your broker is in fact licensed in the state you're licensed to
Right.
pay them.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Teresa, because I was thinking it was my real estate license and I was just gonna go get a copy of it, but yeah, it's the brokerage's license, and I was like, well, how do I get
Broker's
that?
license. Originating broker's license. So that would actually be on the responsibility of Isabella. Now, so great questions today, guys. It is 7 o'clock, which means it is time for you to go do something great with your evening. Handstands, couch stands, bed stands, nightstands. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, go do it. Whatever you got to do, stand it. Tomorrow morning, scripts and role play. We're going to talk about some more stuff. It's going to be great. You know how Fridays are, but I'd love to see you there if you can make it. 8 to 8:30.
Okay,
Talk to you soon.
bye.